Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we're doing some NHL betting coverage, and joining me here, Ross Benjamin, our SBR contributor. Today he's providing us with his top 3 winning NHL total bets of the day. Glad to have you here, Ross. How you doing?
Well, thank you for having me, Dax. I'm doing very well, and I hope the same is for you.
Doing fantastic, man. All right, now the first game that you covered was that Washington Capitals game going up against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Here the total was set at 5.5. And trends indicate that the over has paid off in the last 5 meetings in Columbus between these two teams. So Ross, what should we do? Should we actually follow the trend here or maybe look the other way?
In this particular instance, I would emphatically say yes, Dax, but much has to do with trends above and beyond the one that you just mentioned. Tonight will be the 4th meeting of the season between these clubs. The first 3 encounters had an average of 7 goals combined being scored. The Columbus Blue Jackets have seen 4 of their previous 5 and 8 of their last 11 games go over the total, and the Blue Jackets have allowed 4 goals or more in 4 of their last 5 contests. The Blue Jackets are coming off a divisional 5-3 road loss versus the Pittsburgh Penguins in their previous game. Columbus has seen each of their 6 games this season go over the total following a road loss versus a division opponent. In those contests, they've averaged 7.2 goals per game. They'll be facing a Washington team tonight, which has scored 3 goals or more in 6 of their previous 8 games. I like this one to play over the number, Dex. Washington and Columbus to go over the total of 5.5.
All right, following those trends, man. All right, next up we have the Calgary Flames going up against the Philadelphia Flyers. And in this game, you actually see that the total was set at 5.5. Trends for this one actually seem to favor the under, as it's covered 4 out of the last 5 times when these two teams have played each other. So with that in mind, Ross, I mean, what's the best play on this one?
Well, I do like a low-scoring game, but it has nothing to do with the head-to-head meetings. The Calgary Flames entered tonight's game having gone under the total in each of their previous 3. And as a matter of fact, Calgary has gone over the total in just 14 of their previous 40 games. That's just 35% of the time, Dex. They've gone over the total in their last 40. Kerry Ramo was slated to be in goal for the 4th consecutive game for the Flames tonight. In those previous 3 starts, Ramo has posted an excellent .958 save percentage and allowed just a combined 4 goals during that time. The Philadelphia Flyers have seen 4 of their last 5 games go under the number, and they've only gone over the total in 3 of their past 13 games. Steve Mason will be in goal tonight for Philadelphia, and Mason will be making his 19th start at home this season, and he's posted a stellar .940 save percentage when cast into that role. We're going to take the Calgary Flames and the Philadelphia Flyers to go under the total of 5.5.
All right, good stuff, man. And finally, you covered that Senators Wild game with the total set for this one at 5. Now, if we look at the trends for this matchup, we can see that they are a bit inconclusive. And this is because the under has gone 4-0 in the Senators' last 4 games when playing on 2 days of rest, while on the other hand, the over is 5-0 in the Wild's last 5 games when doing the same thing, playing on 2 days of rest. So, I mean, what can you tell us here, Ross? I mean, should we go over or should we go under the total?
Well, both of those are interesting notes on your part, Dax. I'm going to side with the under in this game for numerous reasons. Well, let me just touch on a few of those, and they're all revolving around a couple of red-hot starting goaltenders in this contest. Here's what I could ask the viewers. Stand up and raise your hand if you've ever heard of an NHL rookie player named Andrew Hammond. If you're still seated with your hands down, then don't feel bad. Outside of Ottawa, the vast majority of NHL fans fall in the same category as you do. All this rookie goaltender has done since being called up from the AHL Binghamton Senators is go a perfect 5-0, compiling an excellent .957 save percentage, and he's posted 2 shutouts in those 5 starts. The Minnesota Wild, on the other hand, have been on an absolute tear since acquiring goaltender Devin Dubnyk in a trade. Since that transaction, Dubnyk has started in all 20 games for the Wild, posting an outstanding 1.64 goals against average, and he's compiled 5 shutouts in those 20 starts. This one has all the earmarks of a low-scoring affair, Dax. That's just what I'm going to do. Ottawa and Minnesota to go under the total of 5.
All right, great stuff, Ross. As always, man, thanks for all the insights and the picks here. We'll talk some more hockey again tomorrow.
Thank you once again for having me, Dex, and have a wonderful day.
You do the same, and the pleasure is all mine here on this side. And everyone else, don't forget to check back with us tomorrow for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.